What is going on, guys? Welcome back to CK2 Holy Fury and our Emperor Tord, the Missionary of the North Sea Empire. And at the beginning of today's episode, I want to respond to some of the comments that you've made over the last couple videos. Just as always, I record them in bulk, so it does take some time until I can actually respond to some of your comments, some of your questions as well. Anyway, so I asked you a while ago when we started building the great harbor for a name. And as you can see, I already gave it a name. I gave it Tordshavn, I guess you could call it. But yeah, it literally means towards harbor. And this suggestion actually came from two different people. One was basically just call it Tordshavn. The other one had a little more explanation to it. And I liked it more than the Herald's, like Herald's Rest or Herald's Harbor suggestion, which was the other one that was suggested by several people, simply because it was actually us who built it. And even though we're not proud or anything, it still makes more sense than calling after Herald, because Herald wasn't really a traitor in my opinion. But I think we will honor our, well, bloodline founder, Herald. Actually, that's Fairhair. That's not even Hadrada. But either way, we're gonna honor Harold later on when we build a fortress. I definitely want to build a fortress at some point as well. Maybe not with Tord, although since he's unyielding, I could kind of see that as well. It kind of depends. But yeah, we will definitely name something after him as well. But the reason I picked Tordshavn in particular was because there was the idea that we also rename the city of Trondheim to the city of Tordshavn. And there was a good explanation. I forgot most of it. Overjee, who is Norwegian actually, had a really great comment on an episode, I don't know, episode 66 maybe? I'm not too sure, where he mentioned how Trondheim was actually renamed, and it could actually be Tordshavn as well. It sounds close enough, so this is what we'll do. I know this wasn't the perfect explanation, but maybe G can explain it again, why exactly this makes sense. But yeah, so Tordshavn, I like it. It's close enough, so we'll go with that. And that means that we'll also maybe spend a little bit of gold to upgrade the city, but I actually just see it's already upgraded as much as possible, so we can't really do that. But still, calling it Tordshavn and Tordshavn just basically makes this makes it clear that we are the one that is facilitating trade and all that stuff. In that regard, I think we might also want to switch to business focus just to get the trade route, because I don't think we have one. Actually, we do. Interestingly. Okay, so then we don't have to do it. Then we can just leave it here. But that also makes sense, We have a trade route here. We have a flourishing country, a booming even. So it makes sense that we have a great harbor. Now, another place where a great harbor would have been good would have been Gotland, because this is our merchant republic. They're actually attacking the Holy Roman Emperor. Oh wait, that's Sweden. In an anti-papal war. Yeah, we know about that. But yeah, they have a merchant republic, so it wouldn't make sense to build a harbor here as well. But I think a lighthouse makes just as much sense. So I think that's another place where we're going to build one of the great wonders. Now, someone also asked to check the trade zones to see how well Gotland is doing in regards to the Hansa, and the Gotland completely destroyed the Hansa. The Hansa is gone. Yeah, they're not here anymore. Let's quickly check the history. That's so weird. Christopher the Unready. Yeah, it was him. He had control over this. Interesting. The Hansa just got destroyed. So yeah, Gotland has... Basically, Gotland is the Hansa. They have no competition in the Baltic whatsoever. So that's very good. That's very, very good. All right. Yeah, other than that, we've got some interesting things to talk about as well. Well, actually, one more thing. Another great work I want to build is I will actually want to build a grand cathedral here in Dunholm, basically. Because the Prince Bishop of Durham has basically been the unofficial religious head of the Cathar faith. Now, the Cathars don't actually have a religious head. That's just part of their, religion. But still, sort of like the spiritual leader of the Qatar faith, at least in the North Sea Empire, is basically the Prince Bishop of Durham. It has always kind of had the, an important position, basically. So this is where I want to build a grand cathedral at some point. Again, maybe not with Tord, even though he is called the Missionary, you could see that, but we kind of need money for that as well. Anyway, so yeah, that's just one thing I wanted to mention. Other than that, there's a couple other things I wanted to do. I wanted to show the several members of our family that have lands. It's actually not that many. We have Prince Eva, who we've just landed. I want to talk about him more a little bit later, so I'm not going to check him out now. But we have our uncle, who we landed as the Duke of Northumberland. And we have Lodin, who's our cousin, who was first the Count of Nordland, but that has since been revoked, and now he's been landed in the County of Maine. And then we have Marsban Rolf, who is actually Sunni, and he's over here, part of a Seljuk revolt, as you can see. And he does have tons of children, and several wives as well. So he's living the Sunni life. Good for him, I guess. Good for him. He is the descendant of the original Rolf that was the count somewhere here in the Holy Land, basically. Anyway, and then lastly, we have Count Halston of Galati. This guy is probably Orthodox. No, he's actually Catholic, interestingly. But yeah, this is what is left of our, Valachian ambitions that we once had. We actually fought a couple of battles here. If you remember, when there was the Fourth Crusade against the Byzantine Empire, we actually, we fought over here as well, and we were involved with Wallachia, but actually we still have a claim, but it's just a weak one, so we'll see. I wanted to talk more about our half-brother Prince Eva, because he's very important. I could technically declare war on Lotharingia to claim all of Lotharingia for Eva, and you're probably wondering, well, why am I not doing this? For a very good reason, because Eva tries to kill us. And he also has a strong claim on the North Sea Empire. He's an ambitious man. So I simply fear that if we make him more powerful, he could rebel again. And that's obviously something I don't want. Now, and also, just from a roleplay perspective, someone who tries to kill us, that's not generally someone you want to make a king. But I have an idea of what we could do, possibly. Now, he also wants to acquire a new title, so I could see him being placated by us giving him a kingdom title, although we already gave him a county, right? He should be happy. I think we can still pull this off, but what I want to do is I want to intimidate him. I want to show him that we're not messing around, that he should not try to kill us, and we'll see if that works. I have to wait for that, though, for a couple months until that's possible. So in the meantime, I think we're going to try and attack the Scots here, because they broke a non-aggression pact with us. When we had a rebellion here, they attacked our vassals, and we had to fight them. Remember how we had to kick them out of Yorkshire here? No, that's actually Yoredale. Okay, never mind. But still, we had to kick him out, and I didn't like that. So we're gonna at least get what is ours anyways, by rights. Cumberland is part of England, so we'll just claim that. And that should actually be a relatively easy war. So let's raise the vassal levies. And all of you guys, I actually want to stand down immediately. I kind of want to do this. I want to do this with just the English troops, basically. Now, question is, 6,000 men, that should work. You're all meeting up in Durham. That's fine. You can stand down too. And we'll see how that goes. Okay, vassals are raised. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I think this is cool. We can move on forward. Other than that, one thing I should mention, our wife is obviously the Queen of Denmark, and our second son, Prince Haldor, he's currently the heir to Denmark, which is really cool. Now, I don't quite know how we're going to make him part of our domain, like how he's actually going to join the North Sea Empire, but that's something we'll be figuring out later. Anyway, my sister, right, yeah, so she was at the court of our, Seljuk, what's it called? Seljuk dynasty member, and I didn't like that, so I made her come to our court instead. Now, I wanted her to actually have a child with our cousin, but she doesn't really seem to be interested. at all. Yeah, she's still in love with her uncle, which is just a weird... It's just weird, really. That's all it is. Okay, now, what kind of plot is this? Duchy of... Oh, right. There's actually something I wanted to do. I'm going to decline that. There was one thing I wanted to do here. I have a couple of people imprisoned. First of all, this count can be ransomed. He's a Danish count that we captured in battle. Same with this mayor. It's a Danish mayor. So we can just get the money from them. And then I have got some ideas. Here, I want to retract vassalage. This guy, the Count of Evreux, or whatever it's called, and Somerset will be revoked from Duchess Jutta. So she's going to be weakened, right? But she's not going to, like, actually lose lands. And now this guy... Wait, didn't I? Oh, she's currently... She's answering that. Okay. Well, here's that. I accept our decision. Okay, is she upset about that? Retracted vassal, yes. But because she's a traitor, that was fine. And now... we can give this to Emma instead. But Emma is also imprisoned. So here's my question. I want to make you the Duke again. So let's revoke Normandy. And we'll give it to you. I'll make you the new Duke of Normandy. Again. Hopefully this time you will keep it. You like me, and I wanted to demand religious conversion, which we can't do while we're at war, but you're content, so I really very much like you. Now, Emma has been imprisoned for years. She absolutely hates us. I wonder if I... You know what? I'm going to keep you imprisoned for now, although I could use the 70 gold as well. You're not fine. You can ransom yourself again. We need the money. I want to build... I want to keep upgrading our Great Harbor because it's almost done. We're 80% done with stage 1, and then I want to immediately continue actually. Anyway, okay. You guys can stand down too, actually. I completely missed you. Yep. All right. Okay, you have paid your ransom, and Jutta, you're just going to stay imprisoned. Basically, what is your... Yeah, you have nothing. Yeah, you have your one island, you're imprisoned, and you have one single vassal. But that's just the way it is. That's what happens. That is what happens. Now, no, you're still... you'll stay imprisoned, although... I could do this at some point. Maybe. Maybe I will convert you as well. We'll see. We'll see. For now, we'll deal with Scotland. 6,000 men. I want my half-brother Grim to lead. Now, his betrothal didn't go through for some reason. So, because he was betrothed to the... like, the daughter of the Swedish king, something. Not quite sure what happened there, but whatever. We'll besiege this. Actually, probably we should besiege Cumberland as well. We're being attacked at home. Let's raise some men. Unfortunately, I'm leading them myself. I didn't actually want that. But let's stand down the troops. And let's not lead them, personally. Yeah, I don't like my retinue being attacked all the time, but what can I do? What's happening here? Oh, this is a civil war. Okay, that's good. Do we even have an alliance? No. That's actually kind of funny. You don't even want to be vassalized either. We should probably mark you as an important character, now that I think about it. Yeah, that would likely be a good idea. Also, a half-brother should be an important character, and Grim as well, just because. And our Michelle, you're likely important too. In fact, you're a really good spy master. I'm gonna give you the honorary title of High Almoner. I do need a new Master of Hunt. Let me see if I can find one. Someone who's maybe good at martial. High Chief of Kola is excommunicated. Actually, Grim, you'll get that position. And Thorborg is still our designated regent, our aunt. Wow. She's cool. I like her. But yeah, there was one other thing I wanted to do. That was Ivar. You're going to be intimidated. We'll try anyway. Trying to intimidate so that hopefully he'll end his plot to kill us. Now, I invited him, and we came to a stop near the spikes. Hope my meaning is clear. Make him owe us a favor. I think that's the best. And it worked. So I wonder, end your plot? Yes. Use my favor to end your plot to kill me. Please don't kill me. Okay, very good. Now, with that, we can declare war on Lotharingia, but they're currently defending against the tyranny already. You have 12,000 men. Magdalena has 1,000, so this should be over quickly. But I want to only declare the war once they're united again. Okay, a daughter was born to us and our wife. Okay, good. A little girl, Snowfrid. Snowfrid. That's actually kind of a cool name. I'll take that. Snowfrid. Maybe it's pronounced differently, but I actually like it. Cool. Okay, moving on. We're actually losing quite some troops. You're still retreating, which is fun. Why are we losing men? Because there is disease here. Alright. Now, okay, so there's a new bird. I think reading a book makes more sense because we're erudite here. So let's do that. And, wow. This book about poetry is really boring. It is filled with do's and do-nots. Okay, so we're going to go hunting instead. I think it just wasn't for us. Yeah, I think we're just going to be more depressed about that. I think we're not going to go hunting. But what we can do is actually try and compose a book ourselves. And I think we should. I think we should do that. Tackling complexity of war, managing a realm. That sounds the best. What kind of book do we already own? We have the Hymns to God. King Magnus wrote them. And we've got the Feudal Warfare by Randald. So I think managing a realm would fit. Stewardship, there you go. Okay, so we sieged the capital. Oh wow, that's actually really good. 61% was the Battle of Nidaros. Okay, and Scotland's besieging us here in Denmark. Our wife's lands. Okay, it's fine by me. I've got no problem with that. Now, okay, my wife is out of hiding. I think she was basically just in hiding for her birth. So she's doing much better now. Alright, so 71%. Can we keep sieging? As long as we can keep sieging, I think we should. We should just keep on sieging. Okay, now what's this? Duke of Minsk wants an non-aggression pact? I mean, sure. He's Catholic, interestingly. Sure. You know what? Why not? I don't have a problem with that at all. Queen Margaret of Sweden usurped the Kingdom of Sweden from the Count of Uppland. Now, wasn't she the one? Yeah, so Margaret, she was the one I had betrothed to... She was the one that was betrothed to Grim. But the betrothal was somehow broken. And she's got 9 vassals. Okay. But she doesn't even have... Yeah, okay, she doesn't even have the capital, unfortunately. Alright, fine. 71%. I want this war to be over. Look at this. France capital is somewhere in Ireland. And it's besieged. Okay, there's a revolt. Can you win? Okay, we have converted another subject. That's nice. How many troops do you have? 800. You should have more than that. Okay, so my wife should be fine. The Children's Crusade. News have reached us that a boy from Marburg has received a vision from the Holy Ghost, compelling him to pick up arms, gather the true followers of Christ, and lead a crusade against the infidels who desecrate the sacred soil of Jerusalem. The boy has gathered many followers among the peasantry and has embarked on a great journey to reach the Holy Land, claiming that the sea itself will open at his passage. Okay, very, very cool. Very cool. We'll keep an eye on him, obviously. His grandmother's imprisoned by some mayor, so there you go. He has got 2 grandmothers and 1 mother. All of his male ancestors are dead. That's interesting. Could this child be a messenger of the Lord? We will see. I'm definitely intrigued. Okay, Glasgow has just fallen. Another subject has converted. Very good. And we're at 81%. We can continue sieging. Okay, we will. We will. Although, maybe we should deal with those guys as well. Rolf. In fact, since these are my own lands, I'll likely defend them myself. I don't quite know why the Duke of Kent hates us so much, but he does for some reason. And we're gonna raise these men as well as soon as we arrive, just to give us more support, because we are taking the river crossing, and they have the mountain defense. But we're fine, okay, we'll crush them quite easily. Very good. Alright, stand down the troops, except for the retinue, and we'll go back home. You can resign. Don't need any troops right now. I don't want to use my retinue too much, because obviously that costs a lot of money. Okay, and there goes Yura, dying in our dungeons. And there's Ragnar of Somerset. Ragnar Ulfeld, his wife is the Countess of some Aquitanian lands. Interesting. If you manage to get her pregnant, dude, you might actually grow in power. That would be very useful for you. Alright, well, Ragnar, I hope we are on better terms. Short reign. You are... Okay, well, you're still Catholic. That's a problem. But that's okay. Now, what are you doing? The Duke of Normandy is attacking France because he wants to take some province. Oh, to the south? Not this? That's interesting. You're not attacking Duchess of Aquitaine for some reason. The Duchess of Aquitaine, by the way, is not part of the Kingdom of Aquitaine, which is also weird. But yeah, stranger things have happened. Alright, let's move on. I wanted to finish the war, but we're not quite going to be able to do that. So I think I'm going to end it here, and we'll come back next time and end it then. Thanks for watching.